Hi everyone! After my not so great initial experience with Ambunu, I decided to make an Ambunu gel and an Ambunu paste, and I'm going to show you how I made those and how they worked on my natural hair. If you're interested, keep watching. First things first, Ambunu is an ancient African herb that has been used to detangle and cleanse the hair. So it has a lot of sleep and it is very hydrating and can also help strengthen and also aid in hair growth. So to make our powder for our paste, all we're going to use or all we're going to need is a cup of Ambunu, and we're going to place that into a blender and just blend that away. Now, thanks to you guys, when I did my first video, you guys were like, try, blending your Ambunu to make a powder, and I have done just that. If you have a stronger blender, you might not need to sift your powder, but mine is not the strongest, so I've had to do that just to, get the final product as possible. So now that you have your powder, all you need to do is place it into a jar for storage. I prefer a glass jar, but you can use whatever containers you have in the house, and you can use that for different recipes and different things at different times for your hair. So to make our paste, we're going to grab 1 cup of boiling water and 1 tablespoon of the Ambunu powder. So we're going to mix this up and try and get rid of as many lumps as possible. Thanks to you guys for advising me to let it sit for a little bit longer, just to get the most slip out of the mixture. Also, feel free to use your whisk to, get rid of the lumps. I love a really smooth end product. We're going to rest the mixture for an hour, and then after that, it's all ready to use. For our gel, all we're going to need is 1 cup of hot water and half a cup of Ambunu leaves. So pretty much 50-50 is the ratio for this recipe to be able to get the gel consistency that we're looking for. Once again, we're going to let this sit for an hour, and then you will realize that it actually thickens quite a bit after the hour, which is what we want. In order for us to extract our gel, we place it into some pantyhose and squeeze all that gooey, jelly, slimy goodness. And again, I have you guys to thank for saying to me, look, you need to press on those leaves really hard in order to get, the best out of Ambunu. So here we go. So that's pretty much it, guys. We have our gel and we have our paste, and I'm going to go ahead and start applying it to my hair. I'm going to start with the gel on the right side of my hair, and I'm going to use the paste on the other side. So I find that with the gel, it's really important to be generous and to really work the product in. When I started doing that, I saw much better results, and my Denman brush was going through much better, much easier. When I did this, when I used Ambunu first time, I used a wide tooth comb, and you guys say, try a brush. And here we are, and we're definitely getting better results. The gel has got quite a lot of slip. And it's really easy to detangle my hair. You can see me work through the tangles. Obviously, you still need to put in some work, but it's definitely easier than last time. You guys had suggested for me to allow the product to sit, so apply it and then put a plastic cup over and let the product work. I will be trying that in the future, but I just didn't have the time to do it this time. and I still found that it worked quite well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and complete this side of my head, and then we're gonna try the paste. Oh, by the way, the curls were popping. You guys can see, you know, curls are popping. Moving on with the paste, it's also very slimy, very gooey. The leaves are actually in there, so it's not just the liquid. And the detangling was also not bad. It was really good. Really, you know, if I was to compare the gel and the paste, they really detangled very similar. You know, they both had quite a bit of slip, and you know, it lathered quite well on my hair. But yeah, the only problem, or the only concern I would have with the paste, is when I go ahead to go rinse my hair, if I'll have any little particles in there, and that's probably due to my blender that's not the strongest. But detangling, tick, lathering, tick, and curls are popping as well, so tick, tick, tick. Just as a side note, this stuff is messy. I did have a towel around my shoulders, but you know, I decided to put one on my lap so I can just, you know, have everything fall on my lap rather than on my shoulders, and I leaned forward a little bit. But all finished. This is how my hair looks like. It looks pretty moisturized. It's well detangled. I'm gonna sit under a cap for an hour, and then I'm gonna go ahead and rinse. Then I'll come back and show you guys. So taking a look at the hair after a rinse, it looks pretty clean, you know, straight up. I did smell my hair because I wanted to find out what it smelled like after using Ambunu, and if you guys wanted to know, it smells like a tea, almost like green tea. But my hair looks pretty clean. There are tiny little bits of particles on the side where I use the paste. I'm not sure if you can tell, but other than that, it's clean. It looks moisturized. It's definitely detangled, and you know, my curls were, you know, quite defined, you know, because of the product. Obviously the Denman brush helps with defining my hair as well, but yeah, I'm happy with my results. Comparing the two, I can't see much difference in shine, or you know, even just the, you know, the curls, or you know, how hydrated my hair looks. The scalp is pretty clean on both sides. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but you know, the back, the front, the sides, it's pretty clean. Don't ask me to choose between the two of these. We'll probably choose the gel, but the paste worked pretty well despite the little particles. So if I had a strong blender, this would probably not be a problem at all. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Let me know which one you think worked better and which one you use. Until next time, see ya.